All right, we're holding on Daf Samach where we need to be holding. Let's just repeat the Mishnah real quickly. We won't go into it. Hishila chalukah lenachris. If a woman lends her clothing to a goya or lenida, harezu toila ba. The concept of toilin akalkala b'mekulkal. If there's already something that's a woman that has dam, so goya has dam, anida has dam. So there's no reason to make a new person tamei. Shalish nashim shalavshu cholek echad. If three women wore the same garment one after the other, or sheyashvu safsel echad, or they sat on the same bench one after another, v'nimtzol of dam, kulam tmeyos. Yashvu safsel shel even, or leitztab shel merchotz. If they sat on a surface that's not mekabel tuma, Reb Nechemi metaher, so Reb Nechemi oimer kol davar shein mekabel tuma, eino mekabel ksavim. There's no kesem on something that's not mekabel tuma. Zok to Gemara. Omarav, what are we talking about? What kind of goya that we could be toila? She lent her garment to a goya haraya. It's a goya that already saw dam. Mimai, dum niddah. She has to be similar to niddah. Ma niddah dikochazia, avnach is dikochazia. Just like a niddah already saw dam, so the goya has to be similar to that woman. Omarav sheishes. Most likely, Rav was about to fall asleep when he said this. In other words, I respect him a lot. He's my Rav, but I think he was half asleep. In fact, I looked it up. Rav Sheishes, and it's only Rav Sheishes that says this 9 times in Shas, 9 different sugyas. Kinayim b'shachav Rav. On Rav. Rav Sheishes says this on Rav 9 different times. And guess what? This is the last time in Shas that he says it. Oh, the Shachav Rav, yeah, Amar Leshmaida. What? He went to sleep. No, it's 9 different times that he went to sleep. Each time he said another halacha. In other words, he's saying it's a little bit of a mistake going on here. The Sanya, Toila ben Achris. So we have a machlokes. Tanakama says I could associate this dam with a goya. Remeir oimer, Remeir is machmir ben Achris haruya lirois. Has to be a goya that could possibly see. Only a woman that could possibly see she's in the right age group. No, and the Tanakama is talking about a ktana. We have to say that Remeir is machmer. At this point, we're holding Remeir says more than the Tanakama. Tanakama says a goya, any goya, even a ktana. Comes Remeir says no, she has to be at least a gdoila where she's in the age that she could see dam. Not that she necessarily ever saw dam, but at least in that age group. But both of them hold that she doesn't need to see dam ever. It's not that she saw dam. So Barav says, the first word on this page says haraya, that she's actually saw dam. She read, not that she's in the age, that she's 14 years old. No, she physically saw dam already once before. Omarova, no. I'm gonna explain to you that it's not like you think. You think that Remeir is adding a little bit on Shalom Aleichem, Kum Tzarayin. Oh, Senator himself. If anybody, we have 2 Chicagoans here, so I recognize you. Shalom Aleichem, come on in. Senator Silverstein from Chicago. What? What did you say? Don't tell anybody, yeah. That's why you came to gather 2 votes? Yeah, really? Yeah. Oh, he disappeared. Judge Silverstein. Okay, fine. Come on in. So this is a Chicago product, this whole shir. It's based and it's everything from Chicago. All right. Says Rava. Take it over by the English. Says Rava, v'tizbera Remeir l'chumra, Remeir l'kula. Now, the whole question was because the Tanakama says we're talking about a ktana. Comes Remeir and he's machmer, we're talking about even a gdoila, but she hasn't seen dam yet. So therefore we have a question. But if we don't say it like that, we say that Remeir is actually makel. So now we'll have Rav, we'll say like the Tanakama. Omar Rav, if this is Remeir l'chumra, Remeir l'kula. Where's Yeshua Iron Price? He's the one in charge this year. He's also from Chicago product. Yeah. Well, somewhat. That's where I met him. Desanya, he's from all over the world. He's from Korea, but also from Chicago. Desanya, ena toila bin nachris. Reb Meir oimer toila. That what? That Reb Meir is actually Mekel. The Tanakam is saying that you cannot associate the dam with a goya, and Reb Meir says you could. Velo kashya hach.
It's two different halachas.
Which halacha? What halacha?
Whether you're told to goya or not, or whether she has to actually be roya or not.
Okay, but what are we talking about?
I'm saying when you say there's lakula, that's in that lakula.
Yeah, but when you say time out, it is.
Why?
Because Rameir says
You could be toilet, but only if she's roya.
no. He says mafurish ben nachris haruuya lirois haruuya. Haruuya means she never saw. She can't see.
Right.
Okay. Are you saying in Rava now? What are you talking about? If you read the Brisa itself. Yeah.
We're saying no, could be Rameir's lakula.
We're not asking exterior Rameir.
And then we're saying, could it be Rameir's lakula? Right?
No, he's explaining that Rameir's lakula.
Right.
Yeshua, meet the senator from Chicago, Senator Silverstein. Ah, okay, Givaldi. You probably schlepped him here. Did you get him to move to Israel? That's what.
Your politics I don't need.
All right. No. Menachem Mata was telling me yesterday, he saw Yeshua going over to a guy in the street, and he tells him, you got to come to the shir. So the guy says, I don't live here. So he says, so you got to move here. Velokash Yahach. It's mashma, the Rameir is machmer. So what do we do? Tarit Sachi. Vihi Sharoya. That what you have to stick in, it says here on the side. It says like this: Toila ben Nachris, that you could associate the dam with a guy, Vihi Sharoya, and it's provided that she sees dam. Rebbe Meir Oimer Biruuya Lirois. So again, the Tanakama says that she must see dam, and who does that go according to? Rav. So now at least we have a Manda Omar that Rav goes according to. Before we said Rav doesn't go according to anybody. If you read it like this, that what? Toila ben Achris. If you lend your garment to a Goya, you could assume that the dam that you saw later on, what was the story? You have a garment, the woman has a garment, she lent it to her neighbor, the Goy, the neighbor gave it back to her, she wore it, and then she sees a kesem on it. We could assume that it's from the Goya. First of all Goyas have a status of Niddah. Second of all, she is Roya. That goes according to Rav. Rameir says, I don't even need that she's Roya. I don't need to say that she saw physically in her life. Biruuya lirois, as long as she's in the age group, Vavapi, She'ena, Roya. So who does Rav go according to? That's it, he had enough of my share, this guy. Who does Rav go according to? Rav goes according to the Tanakama. Tana Rabbanan. Tana Rabbanan. So this whole sugya is, the Mishnah discusses if a woman finds a stain, could we say that the stain has something to do with someone else? Could we blame it? Could we put the blame on somebody else? If she lent it to a Goya or to another woman who's a Niddah, we can blame it on that person. Says the Gemara, Toila b'shei meres yoim keneged yoim b'sheini shelo. What's going on here? We're talking about a zavak tana, not a zavak doila. A woman who sees dam for one day during her 11 days of ziva, she's a zavak tana. What's the halacha of a zavak tana? She must keep the following day b'tahara. She can't see any dam the following day, and that's it. When does she go to the mikvah? Any time during that day. Even in the morning. When does she become tahar? That evening. What happened here? You have a woman who's a zavak tana. She sees dam. Now she's in her day of keeping tahara. B'sheni law. B'sheni law means the following day. The clean day. The shemeres yom day. So here's the question of this sugya. Can I put blame on somebody and cause them damage? By me saying that she is tamei, the kesem came from this shemeres yavam, that says I am tahar. And what happens to her, this Nebuch lady? She has to wait another day. Could I do that? We said if she's a pure Niddah, it doesn't cause her any damage. She's in the 7 days of Niddah. It makes no difference to her. Put any blame you want on her. She doesn't have to wait any extra days. That's great. But this woman, she's going to have to wait another day now because of you.
make herself a Gedola also on the third day.
Well, that apparently not.
B'sheni, not b'shlishi.
It says b'sheni, not b'shlishi.
Right, why not?
Kacha.
I guess b'shlishi it's vada that you can't do it because you're making your time alone.
Too much.
You're putting her into another category. No, you're putting her into another category. You can't put her into another category. You can't, just like you can't, right? Just like you can't take a woman who's completely tar and say, "Oh, she's the one that saw the dam," and make her tummy and make yourself tar. You can't change tumah. So over here also, you're changing from zavak tana to zavak. That wouldn't work. Yeah. Ubeseiferes shiva shaloi tavla. And what about a woman who is counting 7 days? She's in Zayin Nikim. She is a Zavak Daila. And now, in middle of her 7 days, you come along and you say, you borrowed that garment from me. You created a kesem on it, and it's your dam. And Memela, you have to recount the whole 7 days. Lefichach, hi misukenes, v'chaverta mikulkeles. I could put the blame on her. And what happens? She's, the woman that lent the garment is tahar. The woman who's already counting some sort of nikim days, she becomes mukulkal. She gains another day or whatever that she has to count. Divrei Reb Shimon Gamliel. So Reb Shimon Gamliel says that I could add tumah to a woman. So if a woman is counting shiva nikim, she went through 3-4 days already. I could be soiser her days and make her recount the whole 7. Why? Because she's already tamei. Rebbe Omer, Eino Toilo. It's not fair. You can't add to somebody's days. Lefichach shteyem mikul kolois. Therefore, what do? If I can't add to the woman that already is counting, and I can't add to the woman who's a zavaktana, shteyem mikul kolois. The woman who lent the garment is tamei, and the woman who borrowed the garment is tmei, and she has to recount. They're both tamei. You hear what's going on here? Since I can't blame her, so I blame both of them. Yeah? It would be better off, you're blaming her anyways, just blame her and that's it. No. Because it's not fair to just blame her, so now they both become tamei.
If I'm getting it, you're getting it.
Yes, exactly. V'shavin, shetoila, everybody agrees, shetoila b'shemeres yom keneged yom, b'rishin shalah. If a woman saw dam on her first day, she's not in the second day counting a naki. She's in the day that she saw dam. Now that you're going to associate the dam with her, you didn't do anything. You didn't cause her any more tumah than she already has. Ubeyisheves adam toyar, and a woman who gave birth from day 8 to 40 or 15 to 80, those are her days that she is tahar anyways. Throw any dam at her, she's still tar. So say, okay, that kesem came from her, but guess what? She's tar. So you didn't change her status at all. Memela, that's okay. Ubebsula shedomeh tahirim, and according to the Mishnah, as we learned in the beginning of Masechta, a version of psula, her dam is not associated with dam niddah, so all her dam, and we went through a whole sugya, how long does it last, v'chulu, but anyways, you could say that the kesem that you found in this psula, it's hers. Ask the Gemara, lefichach the Rebbe Shimon Gamliel lamali, why does he have to explain? He should just say that why does he have to go into the halacha? That she's mesukan and her friend is makulkal. Just say that you're toilet on the other woman. Just stop right there. If you're toilet, the dam, on the woman who's counting, that's it. We understand the whole story. The woman that's counting has to restart a count. The woman who's tar remains tar. Why does he have to explain it? Says the Gemara, he doesn't have to explain it, but we just say it for Rebbe. B'shum the Rebbe. The figure the Rebbe lamali, and why does Rebbe have to explain it? The same why ruin it for both? Just let the one that's already ruined, let her remain tamei. Kamash malan that they both get ruined, even the tahira is tmeya. Omer Rav Chizda, tamei v'tahar shaholchu b'shnei shvilim. We have a very similar case, says the Gemara, with shnei shvilim. So you have the two pathways. In one of these, it's your guess where there's a dead body laying right across the shvil. The only way to get across the path is to go over the body and you become tamei. Now there's a person that he himself is tamei, and there's another person that's tar. And they both walk right through the path. Is this case similar to our case? You have a woman who's a niddah already, and you have a woman who's tar. Can we blame the woman that's tamei and say the tum is on her? Over here also, we have a guy that's tamei. You might as well just say the tumah is on him. In fact, lahalacha, this case is a problem for us. This is Suffolk Tumah B'Rshus Harabim should be tar. Yet we have the reason why we make somebody tamei is because Chacham have a problem. Two people show up to Bezin, you can't say they're both tar. When one of them is for sure, okay, so we made one of them tamei. But now that I have where to blame it, I could put it on the guy that's tamei, so it's easy. Just say the guy that's tamei is tamei, and then like just go back to the original halacha, the Suffolk Tumah B'Rshus Harabim tar. Echad tamei ve'echad tar ve'echad tamei. Now, Tosfos sticks in a beautiful thing here that we must say to understand the sugya. We're talking about that the guy that's tamei, it's going to be ruined for him. If a guy is ruined already, so what's the shaykhs to our sugya of Niddah? Niddah, we're trying to ruin it for her. We're trying to add days to her tumah. She started counting Shiva Nakim, and now by saying that she's tamei again, she has to restart the whole count. And what about a guy that's tamei? He's tamei, so let him go to the mikveh. Big deal. Says Tosfos, no, he's a tmei mace. And he started counting his Shiva Nakim. He has to wait 7 days. By you saying that today he went over that shvil, now he has to restart the 7 days, just like in our sugya. So it's a perfect comparison to our sugya. V'tar shalchu b'shnei shvilim, echad tar v'echad tamei, banu l'machloikis Rebbe v'Rishim Gamliel. So l'chayra, we have the same machloikis as we just described, that according to Rebbe, you can't blame somebody by adding more tumah to him. It's not right. He's about to go to the mikveh, this guy, he's tamei, he waited patiently for 6 days, and now you're going to say, oh no, he has to restart the 7 days. Not fair. Rabbi Shimon Gamliel says, no, the man's tamei already, just add tumah to him. You're not doing anything major, you're adding a couple of days, but his status stays the same. Yeah, like you said before, the status stays, tamei. Mazgilo Rav Ado, Atkan lo koma Rebbe Hosom, Elo de Tarvayu ki adodininu. So Rashi explains, maybe Rebbe only said it in a case by Shemeres Yom, because a Shemeres Yom could go to the mikveh at any time. From the morning to the evening, she could go to the mikveh. She decided not to go to the mikveh, but she is available to go to the mikveh. So Memela says, Rebbe, it's not fair to put tum on her. Her status is different. You took her from a woman who could go to the mikveh right now to a woman who can't go to the mikveh right now. Hacha, my nafkalamina. Avada in reality there's an nafkamina. Now he has to wait another 5 days. But in terms of status, there's no nafkamina. The guy couldn't go to the mikveh in the morning, and he still can't go to the mikveh, even if he had a couple of days of tumah to him. Rav Chisda, soif, tefilo, baya. No. At the end of the day, she's tamei. Yes, she could go, but she didn't go. So he didn't add anything. Her status remains the same. She's a woman who's tamei. She remains tamei. He just added another day to her tumah. Not a big deal. Itmar. And Memela what? Rebbe's going to hold, also by the two shvilim, the same thing, that you can't add any tumah. Itmar Omar Rabbi Yossi Rabbi Chanina, tamei v'tahar. One man was tamei, the other was tar.
Now you can't add tumah. They're both going to become tamei. Just like
By
Rebbe says.
the what?
Shvilim also is going to say, you're not toila, and the mela, they're
Right.
both tamei.
Just like by the Niddah, they're both tamei. Yeah, exactly, they're both tamei. They're going to come to us. We're going to make them. Since any time that you can't associate the tumah, you can't place it anywhere, and it's not fair, according to Rebbe, to place it on the guy that's tamei. So maybe they're both going to suffer. What is that called? I don't know what it's called in English. Just take the blame. No. But it's not really just take the blame. But you're going to do it anyways. You're going to be there anyways. Okay. Whatever. Zog the Gemara, Idmar, or Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Chanina, Tomei v'Tar. So you have the two people. One is Tomei, one is Tar.
That's the nafkamina pie. It's misafek. Making it tamei, so you can't just say, "Oh, you're tamei anyway." Might as well just add to you.
But you're adding. You're saying if you would add, it would be a vade. Now it's only a suffix.
Yeah.
I don't think that kind of status changes. They're both suffix. When you add and you're certain that you're adding to him, it's still a suffix. You don't know for sure they went through that shvil.
That's true. Even if you tell them.
Tamei v'tar, v'afilu tar v'talui. Not only a tamei person, but the second guy is a suffix tamei. Shalchu b'shnei shvilin, echad tamei v'echad tar, Toila Tomei Batalui Vitar Batar. The Divrei Hakol. In other words, Rav says I could add Tumah to the guy that's Tomei. Let's say the guy that's Tomei is in the middle of his Shiva Nakim, he's towards the end, he only has a day to go. I say, no, you're the guy that went over the Tomei Shvil, you have to start recounting, and the other guy is Tahar. The Divrei Hakol, according to Rav also. Rabbi Yochanan asks, Bar Levi, Mao litlois kesem bekesem. If a woman lent her garment to another woman who already has a kesem, who's already observing tumah because she found a kesem, and she received her garment back, she wore the garment, and all of a sudden, she sees a kesem herself. Can she say, let me associate my kesem to that kesem? It's not mine. I could blame it on the first woman who borrowed the garment. Look, she anyways is keeping tumah because she has a kesem. She didn't check it. If she checked it, then there wouldn't be a shiloh. She didn't check it when she got it back. Ali b'de Rebbe loyti boilach hashto. Uma hasam in the case of shemeres yoim the chochazim migufa amr seina toila. We know for a fact that a shemeres yoim has tumah. Look, she's keeping her days of tumah, so she has dam that came from her amr seina toila. Hacha the ma'amakasi. We don't know where this kesem came from. We have no clue. You want to blame it on a woman that borrowed the garment. Maybe yes, maybe not. Maybe it came from a third woman. Maybe it came from yourself. We don't know. Like Holchkein. This svara is so strong, you're probably thinking to yourself, I don't understand the svara so well. This is what the Gemara remains with, this svara. Since we don't know where it comes from, it's a lot different than the Shemeres Yom. Shemeres Yom, we know that she's Tmei. Look, she's going to the mikveh, she has to keep it the day, so the dam came from her. This kesem, it's an unknown. We have a kesem, we have no idea where it comes from. It makes sense, maybe logically, it comes from that woman who borrowed it 2 days ago, but maybe not. This question is stronger according to Rabbi Shimon Gamliel. Over there, by Shemeres Yom, we know for a fact it came from her. Maybe there's no difference between the cases. I love when the Gemara does this. Ain't toilim. No, you can't associate with her. My time, what's the reason? Lefisha ain't toilim. You can't do it. You know why? Because you can't do it. In other words, what the Gemara really means is we use the svara that since we have no idea where this kesem comes from, the closest thing to us maybe is that woman that borrowed it, but maybe it's the woman that owns it, or maybe it's a third woman. We have no idea. So therefore, there's no way. We want you to be toila. We encourage you to find any excuse, even a crushed louse, any excuse. But it has to make sense. It has to be reasonable to some degree. Crushed louse, maybe, whatever. But if we have no idea in what direction you're going, just to say, oh, I'm going to be toilet in some woman that borrowed it, that's not enough. Eisvei. Now the Gemara is going to ask a kasha from here, and this brisa, if you just read it, contradicts itself. So we have to explain the contradiction, and through the contradiction, we'll have a kasha. Ein toilim kesem bekesem. It says mefurish, you cannot associate, you can't attribute one kesem to another kesem. In other words, if I lent my beged to another woman, and that woman has the kesem already, she's observing days of tumah because of a kesem, I can't blame her for my kesem.
No, he brings in the Mepharshim.
Yeah.
They say, when he asked him, why not, he was asking for a reason, and he said, there's no reason, that's the Kabbalah B'yadi. The Kabbalah, that's the halacha.
I like my pshat better.
Yeah.
No? That it has to do with the first svara. Ein toilim, because of in the svara of ein toilim. I'm going with that svara. Okay. Lama kacha. I don't see it so much in Rashi though. Rashi says, he just repeats it. You don't say cheskes roya. What?
It's the extra word lefi.
I don't see he says lefi. V'loy, he says.
Also refers to the word lefi.
Lefi? Ah. Oh, no. But the Gemara says, matam lefi shein toilim. Lefi. Not Rashi. So the Gemara.
That's what Rashi said. Rashi said that's the reason.
I don't see in Rashi. Fine. If you see it, you see it. I don't see it. Eisvei, ein toilim v'gazim kesem. Hishilu chaluk elinachris ali yisheves ala kesem. If she lent her garment to a goya or to somebody. Now, Rabbi said we have to remember this lashon. It's very, very important to remember this because the Gemara is going to take this and chop it up a little bit and stick in words and say that we didn't understand it 100%. What's the simple reading here? Hishilu chaluk elinachris. She lent her garment to a goya. It says mefurish. Another case. Liyosheves ala kesem. I'm just pointing it out here so we remember when we learn it later. The Gemara takes out the word oy. Liyosheves ala kesem is talking about the owner of the garment. But right now it says mefurish. Oy liyosheves ala kesem. Or a second case, she lent her garment to somebody who's observing days of Tumah. Harei ze toilaba. So the owner of the garment, who's tahira, could say, look, this kesem came from these women. Look, they're full of ksamim. This is also from them. Hagu v'kashya. Reisha amris, ein toilim. You start off the whole brisa, ein toilim kesem v'kesem. You cannot associate one kesem with another. You can't attribute one kesem to the other. And then it says, you could, if she's a niddah, if she's a guy. So the Gemara, Seif Amris toilim. Holei kashya. Ha, Rebbe. The part that says you can't be toilah goes according to Rebbe. Rebbe says you don't. V'ha Rebbe Shim Gamliel, and that's Rebbe Shim. Igda Amri, ha v'ha Rebbe, that says ain't toilah. Ha Barishin Shalah. In the first day of her tumah, even Rebbe agrees. Remember V'shaven. If it doesn't cause her any harm, she's a zavak ta'ana that just saw dam 5 minutes ago. You're going to say this kesem belongs to her. Great. So now you added dam to her dam that she just saw 5 minutes ago. You didn't cause her any damage. She's not going to wait an extra day because of you. But the next day that she's keeping a clean day, and then you add tumah to her, you say, oh, the kesem is hers. Now she has to erase that clean day, start all over. You just caused her damage. And that Rebbe says, you can't be toilah. Rav Ashi Omar, Reb Shimon Gamliel. Let's do it the other way. It goes according to Reb Shimon Gamliel that you could usually be toilah. V'lo kashya. You're talking about tumah, a retroactive tumah. You want to say that everything she touched yesterday is tameh? Okay, I'll give you that. But you want to say that she should be tameh and it's going to damage her and she has to keep extra days? No way. Then loy toilim. Mikol makom kashya. But according to Bar Levi, that says what? You can't be toilah. Who asked Bar Levi? All of the Bar Levi. Ma litnis kesem kesem. He says, Ein toilim. Why ain't toilim? Lefisha ain't toilim. Right? He says, ain't toilim. And then we have in this brisa that you could be toilim. Omer avina lo kasher. Ochiko Omer. We have to change that brisa. Shilu chalukah l'nachris. And then you take out the word oi. There's no oi. Balas kesem harezu toilah ba. The owner of this new stain could attribute the stain to the goya. It's not two cases, a goya and somebody that's keeping a kesem. No, the owner of the kesem could use the goya. So there's only one case, says the Gemara. What are you going to do? It says or. And it says, but more than the or. It says liyesheves ala kesem. What does yesheves ala kesem mean? If I ask you what those words mean, yesheves ala kesem means a woman who's observing days of tumah. It doesn't say balas kesem. It says yesheves ala kesem. You have to change it around. Oy liyesheves al dam toyar. In fact, it does say oy. There's a second case. It's talking about a woman who is observing. What is she observing? Clean dam. Any dam that she sees, she's tar because she just gave birth. She has 40 days of the tara. 44, she has up to day 80 in tara. Balas kesem, then it says, Balas kesem toila ba. So you stick in the eye you don't get rid of. There are two cases. But the Balas kesem is referring to the owner of the garment. And the second case is referring to somebody who's sitting on yesheves, but on dam toyar, not on dam niddah. Zog the Gemara, huh? Yeah. Everything on Sunday is difficult. For me, at least. I have to go home after the shir on Motzei Shabbos and start preparing. You guys, party, Lava Malkas and stuff. Some people do invitations to 1 in the morning. I don't know, whatever they do. Rabbi, I want to invite everybody to Noam fixes chasana. And we got to discuss when he's not around a Shabbat brachas that we're all doing together in honor of Noam and his wife and Aaron Yehuda the Chassan. So whoever wants to be mishtatif, talk to me afterwards. We're going to do something beautiful to be discussed. He himself is already organizing entertainment. He already... I told him, no, seriously. I told Noam, I said, I have to apologize for his bar mitzvah. We didn't gather together, unfortunately, to get his son a bar mitzvah gift. I'm going to give him a bar mitzvah gift for everybody, but we didn't get together. Why? Because Noam wasn't in charge of getting it. But for Chassan, we got to step it up, Rabbi. So we got to step it up, and it's going to be beautiful. Stay tuned. Shalai shalavshu.
Then we'll give it to Noah.
What?
Then we'll give it to Noah and start collecting.
Shalai, exactly. Shalai shalavshu shahayir Nechemia. What?
I'll take cash.
What does Reb Nechemia say? Reb Nechemia says that a kesem that is found on something that's not mikabel tuma is not a kesem. Where does Reb Nechemia get this from? My time Reb Nechemia dechsiv v'nikasa la'aretz teishev. It's interesting because the whole concept of kesem is the Rabbanon. As we mentioned yesterday, we mentioned many times before. But there is no such thing as kesem. Kesem is a chumrah. We just said yesterday. It's a chumrah, so people should be makbid better on Niddah. So the Gemara brings a pasuk from the Torah. V'nikasa la'aretz teishev. It's a smachta at most. The what? And the way we even learn from the pasuk, it's not the simple pshat in the pasuk, but he learns v'nikasa. She becomes clean la'aretz teishev. She's on the ground. It's almost like a chassidisha Torah. Kivin she yashva la'aretz nikasa. If this kesem is found on the ground, nikasa, she is purified, she's tar, it doesn't cause any tumah. Omar Rav Huna, Omar Reb Chanina, Mitar Hoyer Reb Nechemia, Afilu ba'achayre kli cheres. L'chayre, there's no chiddush here. That what? I have a kli cheres. We all know that a kli cheres, the only way pottery, earthenware becomes tameh is within it. You cannot touch tumah on the outside. If I'm tameh and I go like this is saved from tumah. The only way this becomes tameh if I put my tameh thing inside it, even without touching it, just in the ear of the kli cheres. Says the Gemara, if I take this Niddah stuff and I put it on the outside, I find a kesem on the outside of this pottery, tahar. Shkoyach, why not? Pshita ma'od the same because I would think that we're talking about the Rabbanans. The whole kesem is the Rabbanan, and we want to be machmer on her in a way. So we'll say even the outside should be tameh because maybe one day she'll forget and she'll find it in the inside. She'll make a mistake. Come on, Ashmalan. Also, you have a piece of cloth that's less than 3 fingers by 3 fingers that usually, for sure, a rich person doesn't use them, but even a poor person doesn't use them, and they're never makabel tumah usually. And you find a kesem on that, guess what? It's not tameh. Ask Taisvis, what's the chiddush? How come the Gemara doesn't say what's the chiddush? It's the simplest thing in the world. The answer is because sometimes, if a person has das to use even less than 3 by 3, it is a beged. So Mamela, I have to tell you that no. If you find it on a 3 by 3, less than a 3 by 3, it's not mit kabel tumah. Dorish Rav Chia bar Rav Masno Mishmei de Rav. Halacha Reb Nechemia, the halacha is that a kesem on something that's not mit kabel tumah is not a kesem. Omer Rav Nachman, Abba, Tani Maisa Balifnei Chachamim V'Timum. Could be it's referring to Rav. Akoponim, there's a Maisa that came in front of Chachamim, and they said it's Tameh. But Amos Halach Reb Nechemia, you have the Rabbim, the Chachamim, going against the Yachid Reb Nechemia. Mahi Desanya, Shtei Noshim Shoyu Toichanas Berchaim Shoyad. Couldn't find a great picture. I had to create something. Here's a Rechaim. This is actually it says coffee here. And believe it or not, between all the texts I get from Yeshua, where is it? It's not here. You have to advertise in this, and the Mishpach, and I'm going to America. And then he says, and we have to buy a roasting machine to make our own coffee, and then we have to advertise here. In this he stuck it in. So it says coffee here. This is a grinder for coffee. And it has a very long handle. And 2 women are standing here by this handle, and they're turning the handle. So what happens is, says the Gemara, that the woman on the outside, because it's tough, it's hard work, she's eventually going to make her way to the inner circle. The one on the inside never goes that way. The one on the outside, from the pressure, from pushing, moves towards the machine. And therefore, if you find dam on the floor right over here, so they're both tamei, because the outer woman makes her way into the inner woman's space.
What happens to the inner woman?
She gets squished against the machine. She starts off a lot of room, and eventually she from the pressure, from the working hard, the pressure's towards the machine.
It's a bit like sitting here, you mean.
Exactly, the pressure's towards here.
No pressure back here.
Where's Mr. Fetter? What's going on here?
There's too much pressure.
He'll come tonight. So what's the Maisa here? But it's not important that we're sugya. That's not even the part here. It was just for the illustration purposes. The inner one, shtei tmeo is the both tummy.
Maybe asking for two women now.
If you find the dam by the outer woman, because the inner one never gets to the outer side. Bentayim, if it's in between them, shteim tmeos. Now, they found the blood on the edge of the bathtub. And this is what we're looking for. This case right over here. They found. How do I look, by the way, Mendy? It's different?
Yeah, perfect.
2020. All right. Valala, you wore those see-through glasses for one day, now all of a sudden everything is 2020. Valala shazais b'shoshim asikos is sataner. Dam falls out onto a olive leaf. Olive leaf is what? Not mekabel tumah. So here's the case of not mekabel tumah, and and they said it's tomei. Reb Nechemia says, and we pass like Reb Nechemia, that if you find a kesem on an olive leaf, it's tahar, because it's not mekabel tumah. So the Gemara tanoi, but not stam like you think tanoi. The Sanya, Rabbi Yaakov mitama. It's a single person. Rabbi Yaakov is mitame. Rabbi Nechemia mitayer. And who are these chachamim? Vahiru chachamim ki Rabbi Nechemia. The chachamim are actually like Rabbi Nechemia. The rabbim goes like Rabbi Nechemia. You thought that the rabbim is against Rabbi Nechemia. No. Actually, the only one opposing Rabbi Nechemia is a yachid, Rabbi Yaakov. So that's why the halacha is like Rabbi Nechemia, because everybody holds like Rabbi Nechemia. Zog the Mishnah. Sholish noshim shoyu shenis b'mito achas. V'nimtzo dam tachas achas mehem. Obviously, kulam tmeos. There's dam in the bed, and we can't blame one for the dam. Memela, they are all tomei. If we were able to say, oh, the dam came from her, then the other two would be tar, and therefore, botka achas mehem v'nimtzo tmeo. If one of them did a bdika, not a real internal bdika, but that Taisus explains, just a service bdika, and finds dam, then we could associate the dam to her, and her friends are tar. How and when did she do this bdika? The Gemara is going to discuss. In other words, she can't just do a bdika an hour later. That's not going to work. It has to be straight away. As they say in... Do they say? They don't say straight away in America, do they? No. That's more of a South African / in England, straight away? Straight away. Right, in America it's right away. Very good. Oh, that's what it is. Straight away. So the Gemara is going to explain this line over here, that if a woman is pregnant, she could blame the dam on a woman who's not pregnant, because women that are pregnant usually don't have dam. If they're all pregnant and there's nobody to blame anymore, mean this dime, everybody becomes tamei. Over here, interesting lashon veses. We are not familiar with this lashon. We use this lashon in a completely different way. Veses is what do you call it? A fixed period. Fixed period. And over here, veses is like we had in the beginning of the second. We just had it a couple days ago. The word oisyoim. Oisyoim is immediate.
It's a Greek word.
Veses. No, but what does it mean in Greek?
Immediately after.
Yeah, but so how does veses in Greek have anything to do with a fixed period?
It's got nothing to do with it.
Just a word.
But we use it as veses.
No, it has Niddah, the word vessel
pronounces
the pronunciation of the Greek word sounds the same as vessel.
Oh,
They mean the same
okay,
thing.
fine. Rabbi say tomorrow and the entire Hanukkah, because of the longer davening, shir starts at 7:25. Really, 10 minutes later.
Oh, yeah.
Good luck tomorrow.
It's going to be really, really bad.
Tomorrow, 7:25.
Okay, we'll give it a little try. Tomorrow, 7:25, and no questions. Hold your questions until after Hanukkah.
7:20. That's it.
Zog the Gemara, Vusha B'Ladas Mashiach Veses.
You gotta get out.
So let's do 7:20. 7:20 tomorrow, and then we'll play by there. 7:20. Vusha B'Ladas Mashiach, you win. Rabbi Shef. So okay, Rabbi Pada. The Omar, we're gonna have a machlokes here, and we have to go according to Rabbi Pada. The Omar, Kol Shebalo B'Chatos, if a husband is in a chatos. I mean, in other words, right after Tashmish, they did a bdika and they found dam. So that means it has to be, there's no suffix that the husband was over on Niddah. He has to bring a chatos. Therefore, tariseh tmeos. And if she dealt with the taharos right away, they're all tummy. So the taharos and his chatos are connected. Bala b'ashem talui. If everybody remembers this whole sugi in the beginning of the Masechta, there's a shear of coming off the bed and doing a bdika. It's very quick, but it's a little bit after miyad. So Mamela, the husband only has to bring Hashem Taloi and Tariseh Tluyos. If she touched the taharis at that point, then you don't burn the taharis. Bala Potter, if it's after that shear, and therefore the husband is completely Potter, Tariseh Taharos. V'Rishaya Omar, Afilu Bala Bechatos, Tariseh Tluyos, you don't burn the taharis. Bishloi Mahasam, Emar, Shamish, Akviladam. As the Gemara, when it comes to Tashmish, it's possible, I can understand why the dam didn't come out, because the husband prevented it from coming out, but it was there. Hacha, im isa to have a dam, man akve. So who prevented the dam from coming out? I'm not exactly sure why the Gemara brings two Mishalim and how the Mashal helps us, but what an older person, a younger person, the younger one is held back, he's walking slowly. In other words, that's a mashal to the dam not coming out. Once they separate from each other, then the dam comes out quickly. If you poke your eye, as long as your finger's in the eye, you're not going to be able to tear. Once you start tearing heavily, once the object is removed, the same thing by Tashmish. B'toilois, he has a good explanation? You mean like Al Pidar Kabbalah kind of thing?
No.
Okay. B'toilois zubezu, tonra bonon, ketzad toil. I have a Masifta at home. I guess I didn't have time to look at it. Thank you. Tonra bonon, ketzad toilois zubezu, ubara, ubra v'shena ubara. A pregnant woman and not a pregnant woman. Since the woman, it makes more sense. Anything that makes more sense to us, since the woman that's pregnant usually doesn't see dam, so she could blame it on the woman who usually does see dam. A nursing woman and not a nursing woman. Zkena, older woman and a younger woman. Besula, what does this mean, besula? Not what you think. Besula means that she's never seen dam. Now, but if they're both pregnant, nobody can blame anybody else more than the other. Both of them are telling me this time. Have a gewaldige, wonderful day. What?